This is today's live on Equa Television International. I'm so excited that you could join on today's edition of the program. It's Wednesday and we talk about relationship. What's that relationship question that has been in your mind, has been bothering you? You've been thinking, should I go ahead? Should I quit? Just drop us a message on our WhatsApp line. We're going to definitely talk about that. Well, on today's edition, like you always know, my name is Joyce Jakada, but then I have Jemima, I have Sambu Solomon on set, and guess what? We have not an August visitor. He's not an August visitor, but I'm giving him an honorary relationship coach. The one that if he advise you and you hearken to the advice, you will not chop breakfast, but you can serve breakfast. Ladies and gentlemen,
so why is the person not on set?
with a standing ovation, your hands put together, help me welcome Engineer Tony J. Nakali.
Am I the one that is spoiling people's relationship?
No, I
So
said
how will I advise
when
you
you
and then you be serving
advise
breakfast?
and then we hearken to the advice, we will not chop breakfast. You know, now it's a cliche now that they will serve you breakfast if you're not
So
well.
you are going to, with my advice, you'll be the one serving the breakfast
No, when
for
the,
somebody to chop.
if the relationship is wrong, right? If you're in the wrong relationship, you have to serve that breakfast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very sorry for starting the show on a wrong footing. It's today's live on Equa Television.
Well, let me
International.
welcome you. Welcome.
I'm always happy to be here. I've missed you guys. It's been like a day or so. I've not been around.
A day, wow. Well, that day seems like forever. Welcome back. And then you came on the right day. You know,
I
Wednesday.
came back to Saturday. I just decided to.
Okay, I have this question for you. I've been keeping it and saving it for you because.
Kaji attack, oh?
Okay, so you have been out. Okay.
Face me, I face you.
All right. So, it's holiday time, and then your mother-in-law just say, "Can I have the children for holiday?" And they go for holiday, and it's time for them to return.
My mother-in-law, my wife.
Yes, and then it's time for them to return, or for you to go and pick them because they're apparently going to resume school and all. And then just going to pick them, they are just coming out rushing to you and daddy, and then you see them with tribal marks without your consent. What will you do?
I'll tell you one thing my mother said one time. My mother went and invited all these mark makers. I don't know what they call sculpture makers. All this. And she kept maybe you wouldn't have known me because if I have marks, I would have been in. I would have chosen another career other than being on TV. So my mother went and brought this man to come and give us marks. Guess what? My mother's tribal mark is 3 here, and 1 here. Just imagine me.
Wow.
No. Like look at me and imagine me with a mark like this and 3 here.
It's like that your south side of them will become not to.
Stop dragging my social media life to church, please. So my dad came from work and he said, who is this man? She said that mezzanine. He said, what is he drawing? He said, what is he sketching? Well, very young. So she said he does tribal marks and all that. So he comes from the village to Kaduna. Why in Kaduna then? He comes from the village to Kaduna once in a while. He does circumcision. He does these tribal marks and he shaves people's. So he comes and goes. So my father said, okay, so why is he in my house? She said he's going to give the children tribal marks. He said, oh, okay, that's good. So he now entered. So he called her in. He said, he should do. Say you have paid him. He said, he should do it. But immediately he leaves, you should clean it. That was all he said. That was how we escaped. He said he should do it, but immediately he leaves. Since you have paid him, let him render the services that he was paid. But immediately he leaves, you should clean it. How can you clean what razor has done?
Wow.
So that was how we escaped. But my mother really wanted that. If people from those days, they like it when you have tribal marks because it is the only form of identity, you know, and all of that. I don't know what I would say, but I don't think anybody has the right to just pick up kids and start tearing their faces apart and all of that. I don't think that is right. The me that I know,
No, you're a Christian, remember?
yes.
Okay.
You see, but the south side, the south
I just say,
side,
let me remind you.
my heavenly south side is still existing. I know the me that I know. I will drive back to my house first. Because when I get angry, I avoid the scene. That's how I behave. I avoid the scene. I avoid the person. Because if I stay to address it, most of the times it was not, it has never been a good sight to behold. So once I see something that makes me angry, I leave the place and I avoid the person for a while.
Wow.
It's how I get things done. Because if I say that I am going to address issue, I can't, no.
You know, that's a powerful way of managing anger. Like leaving that environment, just taking a walk, having some quiet time and just reminiscing. That way it will help you even ease the pain of how you feel. But well, it's Wednesday and we talk about relationship. The question is this: should a lady assist her man to pay her bride price?
No.
We have a lot of young men.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So there are a lot of young men out there that, okay, they've been in relationship with their girls and it's like 3, 4, 5 years and, oh, I love you and I don't want you to go. Even when other suitors are coming, but they are like, now, I really love you. It's just that I don't have the cash. And the girl, fortunately, maybe she has 1 or 2 things doing and she has money. And he's saying, if you can assist me, I'll pay you back so that we can just get married. And so should that lady assist the man? Is there anything wrong in her assisting him or borrow? I got your point of view. I'm okay. This is for Jemima. And
they are also saying no. We are all Christians. They are also saying no.
It's assist, though. It's not to pay.
This one will assist boyfriend. This one will assist boyfriend. This one with your spaghetti hair, you will assist boyfriend.
It's a question now.
Well,
I want to hear their take.
I would say no.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
When Solo is quiet before he answers something, he will betray me. Just wait. Anytime Solo is quiet, anytime you see him do this, anytime he's quiet, he will do this.
Hi, this one I've answered on my
He
behalf.
will not say, well, for me.
As
He
a
said
Christian.
for me, he's ready to betray me. For you what? For you what? For you what? Let's hear it. For you what?
Know that people are monitoring this.
You used to accuse me. You used to think I'm the only one. Okay, go ahead.
Now I'm feeling.
Answer
So
the
you can't
question.
start
Okay,
with for
okay.
me.
Okay.
No,
okay.
say for you.
Wait now, wait. Let me ask this question
His only
first.
opening lines have been hijacked. Okay.
Let me ask this question
No,
first.
no. Let's hear.
What-
Honestly,
what-
let's hear your opinion.
Okay.
About
Okay, I want to ask this question first. When you talk assist, assist comes in a different form. So when you talk assist, is it that assist on?
She had explained already, so, and you heard it.
Okay, sir.
She had explained. There's no way to go around this. It's either
You just
it's a
have
yes
one-
for you
one
or it's a
meaning.
no.
Okay.
And by that, I'm not putting you on any hotspot, but I'm just saying.
Yes. But well, because what is out there, because I discuss with people and I hear how people argue this thing that we are
All
talking.
of us did not
It's
take
just
this
it's
long
just it's just
sentences
it's
to
just
answer.
it's just a thin line. You understand? You see,
For
the
Solo,
the marriage.
she can
I
assist.
should
For, he has
just go to
answered
the
already.
seminary and become pastor or counselor.
Imagine
Is
that
it
me and
the-
Solo are in a church. One is associate pastor, one is senior pastor. The church will have one pew like this. Left side for associate pastor, right side for senior pastor.
Okay, let's hear associate
Honestly, when you talk dowry, that means the total money. There's this particular money that they will say this is the amount for dowry. I don't think it's right.
for her to assist. What about
No
the
way.
items
way.
that are being
The
listed?
items, why not? If she can,
Okay,
why not? If you can,
should
that's
she
why I'm
assist in
asking.
the items that.
Yeah.
Not put her hands on Jack.
Okay, Jemima, should she?
Well, I feel for certain items she can.
Okay.
That's if she has that capacity to do it. She
I
shouldn't
would-
put
I would
herself
really
under
like to hear
any
your points
some
why
form
you
of
think
pressure.
that she should assist or she should not assist, because there are young ladies out there that are about to make such decision, and there are guys out there that are thinking that, why should she leave everything to me? If she really wants this marriage to work, she should assist. She has the money, so why wouldn't she?
Actually, she's not supposed to assist though.
Are you imagine?
She's not. But when she decides to assist, it's not like it's her obligation. So you shouldn't say that she should assist. Why is she leaving? It's supposed to be
So
for
why
you.
should she assist? That's the question. Why
Well,
should she assist?
probably for sympathy. And it has to come from her willingness, not
Mhm.
from you shouting on
It's
her
not
that
me, oh, me, I'm
no,
married
no, I
already.
mean you
Okay.
I mean you the groom. It has to
It's
come
not me. Me, I've been
The
the
groom.
groom.
Okay,
from
you the groom.
You're still calling me. It's not me.
Okay, from
Say
the groom.
that the groom.
From that groom.
That's the groom.
Where are you from? Where are you from speaking that kind of English?
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that if she wants to assist, it has to be from her. It shouldn't be from anything you did. Like telling her, I have this, I have so much to pay. Why are you not assisting? No. It has to be that she really wants to assist. And don't put any form of pressure on her to do anything. Allow her to just do whatever she. Some go to the extent of saying, please go and beg your parents. This thing is too much. Can you beg them to reduce it, to put it down so that I can pay? Allow
It is
her.
better.
Allow her to be, even when you tell her that, allow her to be willing to go to them. And if you want her to assist anything and she's not willing to do it, please don't get angry for any
Jemima.
reason. You are supposed to carry the whole responsibility on your shoulder as the groom.
Sweetheart,
Yes,
did
sir.
you assist your
No.
husband when he
No.
was getting married?
No, sir.
Were you in the position to assist?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you have any money with you that could have bought something even if it was 5,000?
Yes.
Why didn't you do that?
So throughout
He
the
did
wedding,
everything.
You didn't
No,
No, he's
Solo,
not
we are
talking
talking
about
about. We are not
wedding.
talking about wedding.
It's
You see,
the
the question that
the wedding is different.
I don't know the question that you were asked, but the question that I was asked, the question that I was asked is, can you assist? Is it right for a lady to assist a brother in paying her bride
Right
price? A right thinking man should not even go anywhere close to that. Sir, that is your first and foremost sense of responsibility.
True. If you can't do that, you
Just
won't do
yes,
any
you
other
don't have
thing.
the right to marry if you can't do
Yes.
that.
You can
It's
wait.
scriptural. That see, when you want to marry, sir, do you know, as far as the scripture is concerned, the day that you tell that woman you want to marry her and you took things to her parents and they collected it, you have married that girl.
Yes.
This coming to church is church organization to help us, and it's very important. Excuse me. But the day that you took these things and they collected it from your hands, you have married the girl. That is why our Igbo brothers, once they have taken these things, some of them, the lady is even pregnant with children before they take these things. They are like Americans. Americans, like, they have, like just yesterday, for the first time, somebody that I listen to a lot, he's an artist. He has 4 kids. And he said he's happy with his children. But he said he has never been married in his life. Yes, it happens in America. I have 3 children from 3 or 2 of my girlfriends. It's regular. You pay, they make you sign prenuptials, and then you pay child support and all of that. They make you pay all of that. You understand? But you see, that's culture. But sir, I want to marry a woman, and then they tell me that everything is 410,000. I would rather discuss it with my family. Apart from her being a member of the family where the bills are coming from, believe me, she has no way of knowing what I'm charged. Whether I am poor, I am rich, whether I have or I don't have, it is a mind thing. I would rather gather 280,000 and come to the father and say, sir, me, I'm the one that wants to marry your daughter. This bill of 410 that you gave me, I tried my best. I was only able to raise 280,000. I need you to help me. I need you to help me. and then you pay. When I was getting married, they told me all the things, gave me a list and all of that. I started buying this, buying that, buying this, buying that, because that I was given a list does not mean I was given a deadline. So the list is not that I have to come back in 2 weeks with all of these things. No. I had a room that
But sometimes they tell you that remember that she's still in the market.
she should go. Somebody else should buy her. Somebody else should buy her. I'm going to find. See, I don't believe there is one person. I
Until
don't
you
ever
pay.
believe that there is one person that is a perfect person for this. If it's not this person, I don't believe that. I believe you people should meet yourselves and work things out and make things work out as well. So, right? So I did that. I started stuffing things in that room. When I finished, I now called. I said, "Toh, when are we coming?" They gave me a date. I called my father's brother. I didn't call family meeting. Believe me, a lot of people are not happy. I said, "What are you? It's my way. Is I want to marry. We don't want to marry. I want to marry." So I called him. I said, "If you are ready, let's go and give these things out." He said, filled everything in the boot, and then half of the back seat, and then he was at the back. My friend was in front, and we drove. Gave them this thing. Came back the next day.
It looks like Sambo Solomon wants to say that there's nothing wrong with the lady helping in that area.
Okay, I totally agree with you.
Because
And
Joyce, the day that things get sour for that girl,
I have a story that I'm
the
going to
things
share.
that she's going to say, you couldn't even marry me. I help you to marry you. Me. Oh, no,
okay,
no, no,
okay,
no.
okay. This is from the lady's side.
Where is my manliness?
That's from even from the lady's side. A story was, I don't know. Do you have a contrary opinion to what he said? Okay,
He
go
has
ahead.
he has
Go ahead.
forgotten what he
Go
was
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, what I want to say is
Let me
that
hear that my daughter that is in your house is helping man to pay her bride. Let me hear.
Sambo
Because I am the babango. I am the babango of that girl.
investment, the only. Okay, you know, there's why I
After
brought.
I've trained her in the university and everything, something she'll come and say she's said where the education they gave you is not just book, oh, it's also sense.
You know why it's important that we talk about this on today's life? Is the fact that today there are a lot of guys walking out there with that entitled spirit, like feeling that the girl should assist them. If it's more like they even try to blackmail emotionally the lady into assisting them because they feel, oh, this if you will not at all, let's just be like this.
It's to English.
Okay, if you don't assist me, then we just keep dating, or there's nothing I can do. If you have, like, you should be able to give 50%, 20%, 30%.
said
I
it.
feel a lady
She
should
is
run away
not-
from that kind
She
of
is not
relationship.
obligated.
she's not even
So
supposed
let
to
me
be
give
in
you
that
this.
environment.
Let me give you
She
this
shouldn't.
story. A lady was in a relationship with this guy. This is a true life experience. So they were dating for some years, and
has a lot of this experience. That are true
it's
life.
somebody's story.
You have a lot of them.
I'm not
as
even
stories.
married, so
No, as in not your experience, like the stories. I mean,
okay. So
somebody married. Go ahead.
as per
Sambo
relationship
said many
counselor
people
or be
confide in
therapist,
her.
I'm a Christian from the central side.
Okay, Kunen Central Zone. I am a southerner.
Okay. You know those southern people can change it for you. one time
Oh,
and
don't
over.
worry now. Do you know that disciple of Jesus that cut somebody's ear? We are from the same place. In fact, see their house. See one grandfather's house and see our house.
Okay, back to the story.
So if you play with me, I'm an ear cutter as well as other parts. South side.
Before people start running when they see you.
That's the idea, actually.
So this lady was in a relationship with this guy, and they've been dating for some time, and she felt, oh, she can no longer, age is not on her side. You know, that kind of conversation, age is not on my side. And he said, I really love you, I actually want to marry you, but I don't even have the resources and all of that. And she works, and he said, but if you can assist me, if you can give me the money, I'll eventually, from your savings, I'll pay you back now so that we can just do this thing. And she said, so fine. and she gave him the money. He went for introduction and he was giving list and all, and he came back to her and she gave him the money to buy the things and pay, and he did that. They got wedded and they were living peacefully. After some time, they had an argument, and then they started like he has not been taking care of his responsibility, leaving everything to her and shouting like that. And he said, did I force you to marry? After all, you married yourself. The guy just told her that,
Which is true.
that after all, you married yourself. And she started crying. She was sharing with her sister that, look at what, like, the argument, the fight just stopped because she left crying. Look at what this guy told me, that I married myself. A lady also said how that her boyfriend, who is about to marry her, went for introduction, and when he was giving the bride price that he was going to pay, he saw it and he got angry. It's less than 200,000. He got angry and he stopped talking to her. Like, the whole of the day he was not talking, and she was asking, what's the problem? And he said that how would they give him, more like she did not talk or she did not say anything. She saw that they gave him this money and then she couldn't say reduce or something, and so he got angry with her. Where do you want me to get the money? So he's expecting that she assists or she gives, and that's why he was forming vex, so that she can either say, don't worry, I will talk to them, or okay, I will give you part of it. Should a guy balance out there wanting to marry and then expecting that the girl should assist you? Like, I'm specific about bride price.
There are two things that I picked. There are two responses that I have to what you just said now. The first one, that was told you married yourself. Why is she angry when they told her the truth?
It's the truth, actually.
She shouldn't be angry.
Truth is bitter.
Okay, it's true. And anytime you
Those
swallow
don't
bitter
want-
things, is very. You are right. You are right. You see, if you are wise, right, and smart, you will avoid eventualities like that, especially insults of the future. You prevent them by being wise today. The responsibility to jump on the second question, the second response, the responsibility of writing down bride price or bringing out a list of what is done, it's not on the girl. It's not even on her father, on her mother. It's a relatives thing. The relatives of the girl would sit down and say, according to our culture, what we men are bothered about during relationship are all wrong. You met a girl. The moment you knew that you started liking her differently, you should know that it's gravitating towards marriage. That's the point you should start planning. I was with a girl and I asked her, you know me, I don't sit down and make things serious. I will just ask you a question. If you like, answer well. Me, I will take you serious with your answers. So I asked her, I said, when they want to marry in your place, what do they used to take? She said, scam. No, she said scope. Then scam was not popular, but it was in a dictionary. She said scope. It's from Benue State. I loved her because of her spirituality. She loved God. Like, so, and I asked her, she said, scope. That all these just girls that are liking you, some of them have car, some of them bankers. Is it me that is just a fresh graduate that you want to come and scope like that? She said, Haba Uncle T. That Uncle T name has been there for long. Even when I was not Uncle, people are calling you. She said, Haba Uncle T. So I said, okay. And then I met this woman that I'm married to now. I don't know how to wait so long in a thing, especially when I'm convinced.
I think it's normal with people from the south.
So
Sorry.
Mama,
There
you
is
say I was
water
there.
inside the cup. Sorry.
Meeting her, toasting her, relationship, marriage, it was not up to a year. That's how I am. If I see something I like it, I'll stop and buy it. Even if they say it will purge you, I'll buy it and discover the purge myself.
I'll buy
Then next
flat.
time I will avoid it. So you see, it is different strokes for different folks. But why are you in a relationship with a lady and you know that these people, bride price from there? I think we should even talk bride price and love. We should discuss it because a lot of people, this girl is the girl I love. I want to marry her. Please, you people should not tell me anything. But they tell you that the first stage is like 3 million where she comes from. The first stage. And here you
knew
are.
when you started with her.
You are a phone repairer. You are loving a 3 million first down payment. 3 million.
No refundable.
Not refundable. Not refundable.
So even when you back out, they won't give you.
Like a lady that I'm talking to right now, I've not met. And you know this relationship thing, a lot of people call me about it. She's here on the plateau. And I told her, I said, stay away from this guy now and see what happens. Anything he says, no, you don't know that me, I want to marry you, she will open leg. Anything he says, you don't know me, I want to marry you, she'll go and sleep in his house. You don't know. So he's using marriage to hold her. So I told her, I said, at 20, is it 6 or 27? She said, I can't remember. I said, at this age, they are still lying to you like that. So I said, I give you 14 days not to contribute anything in the relationship. See his contribution and his response. Uncle stopped talking because come over now. And they come over. It's not like he's in Jos or he's in Abuja. There was a day she was writing paper. Uncle was calling her. If you don't come now, you won't see me again. No.
But they will say I'll call another girl.
Okay, they have told you that.
How would they tell me that? They know they fear face.
Central zone.
Central zone.
Joyce is a man clothed in a female skin. A man clothed in a female skin is who Joyce is.
Please, they should not be scared. Don't one pastor saw that and said, "Kudi kaya, kudi."
Truly. So I told her, I said, just 14 days. All the things that he's used to asking and you are used to giving, quit and see. Guess what? It's exactly a month and about 2 weeks now. Uncle is MIA. Missing in action. No replies to text messages. No this, no that, no this, no that. You should, sisters should be testing us. Even the Bible says you should test every spirit so that you know which one is of the Lord.
That spirit of love, test it. And see
And
whether it's
Love
genuine.
this, I love you is a word. It's not an action. It's the simplest thing to say.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing to say.
People is
It's common.
Fun.
It's trashy. It's everywhere.
Sir,
Babe,
that thing is not
I
trendy.
love you. I love you. You know that I love you and I can't do without you. You can't do without me and you can't even help my hustle. You can't even, you have not contributed anything positive in my life. If a lot of people that are watching now, I want to tell them this. Extract sex and the things of such nature in your relationship. Please chat us on that number on the screen and tell us what is left of the relationship.
exactly.
Some single people have more sex than married men, than couples. In a relationship that you have not even seen 10% the success of its journey. But you have given everything you have. K Jama.
That's why
You know this thing called sex that looks so easy is deeper than what we think. And except you have a strong mind and a strong heart with a very strong lock that you can lock such emotions from haunting you, like the men we have on set that are clothed with women's skin. If you don't have that kind of heart, central zone heart, their leaders are dying one by one. If you don't have that, truth, I'm just to be honest.
Yeah.
If you don't have such heart, sir, they will use you. they will not just dump you, because dumping like a refuse means you recognize that the refuse is there. So
And
you
there's a
have
way
to
you
carry it,
drop
to
it
go and
gently.
drop it. But you know what? There is a refuse that because it smells, you don't want to touch it. You are the one that will relocate and leave it there. Have you done the best? No, you have magically disappeared. The refuse is there smelling for itself. So I think this issue of pride, ladies should have it. You are created with it. You are not. There are some ladies that cannot control the things that are done to them. Until you get to the level that you can control the things that are done to you, you are yet to be a lady. They call you. Where are you? Hey, we are at work. I just told phone to answer. Come out. I am at the gate. This is your work. I'm outside your gate. He, Jimmy Azo. He comes like please, you have tissue. Who has tissue? I know all these things, Joyce. I know.
I was about to ask you, like, how?
I know. They will just carry tissue as if they want to piss. They brought them
Accurate.
500 naira lunch. You go outside and collect it and you wrap it in your cloth and come back and be doing as if they gave you the world. Because you know, men, we know what you want. We will give it to you to get the cookie. And when we open that cookie jar and dip our hands in it, you will find it difficult. The cover is right there, but you find it difficult to carry it and close it.
You know what?
After that, the act is going to be used against you for the rest of your life.
Very true.
Because I know ladies who are married with kids, but they still call men to say, Kai, how come you are not the one I married? Something that like ended 18, 20 years ago is still fresh in the. Do you remember that day that your car broke down? We pushed it and Kai. That's like 22 years ago. That thing is still fresh in my mind. The brother was like, I said, baby, you might don't know.
He might be struggling to remember.
Do you understand? So to avoid such things, don't be that cheap lady that is helping your guy to marry you. No. You be around ladies. I have people. If you go to my Facebook Messenger, if you see the questions that people ask me and the things that their girlfriends tell them, this guy did not have anything. She was the one that even connected him to the man that gave her this. He gave him this job. This is car. He only had 200,000. She gave him 1.8. A 2 million naira car, you put 200,000. The steering is not even what you bought. So it's not your car. Recently, I was with someone that told me that he's hiding it from that his friend that is getting married. I said, why are you hiding him? It's your wedding. Why is it? He said, he has been fighting me that me, I should never be a fool to marry from a poor house. I said, what? Is he married to a rich? He said, yes. So that his wife is, that all these things that you see him throwing around is his wife. I said, I pity men like that. So he has been advising this my younger brother that you should never ever marry from a poor home. Guess what? My younger brother came to Plateau, went to Bassa local government and picked a girl quietly. And then their wedding, there is a date already. But his friends are not aware. I said, you are not a child. You are a matured man to take that decision. Because the Bible says that where the treasures of a man is, his heart is there. So you cannot see my treasure, then I will carry my heart there. My heart will go there. But it will not last long there. It will always come back to where the treasure is. Treasure might be black, ugly, not educated, but that's treasure for some people.
You know why we have all these problems? Because people allow the world to give the standard. These people coming to this point where the girl should assist or the lady should assist is because somebody somewhere said there's nothing wrong with the lady assisting, and that is why they are feeling entitled.
And Joyce,
That
let's
if I'm a
always hit the
relationship,
point. Assist in paying bride price.
Yes,
Because
ex-
some people are just catching up on the show now,
Yes, yes.
so that they understand what we're. There's nothing
exactly.
wrong with assisting your man in a relationship.
Yeah.
But that bride price.
You see,
When you get married, there are many other responsibilities more than bride price. So if you are starting with her assisting you with bride price, then
For
how
them
do
to
you
get
want
to this
face
point
other-
of the lady assisting in bride price, she has been assisting in the relationship wrongly. You see, there was a time we discussed about this assisting. Solomon was saying if there's understanding, he's always
No,
on
that-
that.
that's
If there's school
that pays
fees,
school fees.
training your. There are ladies that feel they will tell you that there's nothing wrong. They fall into the wrong hand, and then the persons keep emotionally blackmailing you to think that am I not your husband?
See, Joyce.
Husband to be, just give me the sex now. Come over for the weekend. Do this. You keep doing things that you're not supposed to do. Eventually, you're talking about. So we have been together like this. We've been having sex for how many years? When will we get married? And you say I
even
don't
when-
have the
with that kind of
resources.
situation, Solo. Even when you have problems, you can't run away. You say I've gone too far.
Far.
Too far.
So
Yes.
he will now say, okay, can you just assist me to pay the bride price, and you go ahead. Later on in future, you start having issue. You say, after all, you married yourself. You can't take away that fact. See, it's okay. Like Engineer Tony rightly explained earlier on. What's the Bible saying? The guy will leave. It's his responsibility. As far as I'm concerned, the lady should not assist a man to pay bride price.
No, she shouldn't.
It is if you felt that, I've reached the point, I'm now responsible to start a home, to be a husband, to be a father, you should be able to prepare from the day you start seeing that or feeling that, see, this thing is beyond the mushy feeling. There's this attachment, there's this conviction that this lady is actually my wife. You start preparing. You don't get to a point where you start feeling, if I don't do something, somebody will take this girl away from me, because apparently some suitors are coming. So because I don't want to lose her, so I just tell her, can you just assist me? Because there are guys out there, Christian brothers, I even feel there's nothing wrong with just assist me, since you have. There's nothing wrong. At the end of the day, it's our home now. When she does that, people get married. Next thing, you're asking her to pay house rent. Next thing, you're asking her to bring food to the house. Next thing, you're asking her to pay the children's school fees. And you say, you understand, it's because I don't have now. If I have, will I ask you to do it? They will still even have the guts to even tell the lady that. And the day she said, I don't have this, insult. Or
You
they
see-
say, this particular friend has been advising you wrongly. And Brother Sambo Solomon said we should be, once there's understanding, there's
you
nothing
can't-
wrong.
You can't take away understanding, in relationship. That is a fact. You can't take away, but it depends on what you are on. You are bringing on the table to reason.
So should I understand with a man with this character?
No, wait now. Sometimes you attack me,
This
and
is
then
not-
I don't know whether it's the
Solo, you
attitude
must, you
of the
must,
central
no,
zone.
No, you must understand
Which side are you from?
that
Okay,
Joyce is a debater.
okay,
Yes.
yeah.
She sees everything through the eyes of debate, and that is why I love her the way she is. Yes. So I have come to terms with the reality of who she
You
is.
see, this show,
Yes.
like I always say, I always learn. And thank you for you being on this seat today. I've learned. Now
To teach you who Joyce is.
I'm settled.
I
At least
think at
I
this
will be
point
better
in
on
time-
this set now. I'll be better on
So
this
go
set
ahead
now.
with your
I want
point.
to take
Yes.
my
So
leave.
You see that
what-
debating nature
Yeah,
is
yes.
coming
I
out.
want to
Go ahead. You see, go ahead. Co-debater.
You see,
Go ahead.
always in life, foundation matters a lot. And you see, before even going into relationship, there's something that we are not being told, or most of us are not being told. You don't start planning getting married when you are matured, like when you are 18, 20, and 24, or
What-
thereabout.
At what point?
Before you are matured.
As a primary five.
See, you see that fatherhood or motherhood, where we miss it is we start planning of being a mother when you are 20 something. You missed it. It's at that age that you are looking carefully what your mother is doing, and in your mind You know that it gets to a point that you start talking to your mom when you begin to see certain things, and then you start asking certain questions, like that one-on-one relationship with mother. So it is with fathers, like the male folk. You understand? You start asking. The moment you start thinking, that is when you start thinking, what is that is in relationship that the father and the mother are coming together to raise the hope? What is happening in that family? What is happening in the family? Is this something that you want in the future as a child while growing? It's from there you start researching. Like, okay, I want, like my son, he's 13. But he told me when he wants to get married. He said he wants to get married at the age of 23. I said, beautiful. I said, I was so impressed when he told me that. But I said, you know what? I said, now that you think of this, you start planning your marriage now. The kind of man you want to be, you start grooming yourself now.
Not the wedding.
No,
Yes.
the marriage, the kind of man you want to be now. And you remember that if you are getting married in the so family, so culture, this is what is expected of you. So start thinking
And start studying that.
and
culture.
start studying.
And
It
start
starts
telling
from there.
yourself, Can you?
Can
bear
you?
all of this?
And you know, there's something about you being a husband. It's different thing you being a husband is a different thing you being a father. Yes, and all of them, there are responsibility attached to them. Do you know those responsibility? If you don't know, find out. That is
Even
when
if you
it
do,
starts.
there are some that will be new when
That-
you get married.
when you
because
get
they will
married.
come up, yeah.
So you start planning at that stage. Just like he said earlier, it's not when you are 20 something and then you start talking about getting married, and then you are asking the lady she should help you. I think you miss it because you don't even know the responsibility of you getting married as a husband, bringing a woman. Yes, you have to know, because if you know earlier and you planned it, that means you will not even ask the lady, because to you asking her is an insult already, because she has nothing to do with it. It's an insult, because if you say you want to get married, and then to some, we know that is the family, the father in their culture is the father that pays the bride price. I'm marrying a daughter for my son. In some culture, that's how they do. It's a responsibility of the father to pay that bride price. It's a responsibility of the father. So in that case, you can't do otherwise, unless maybe there's an understanding between the son and the father, and the son say, I want to contribute. I understand it's your responsibility, Dad, but I think I have something to contribute. That
So
means
if the
he
father doesn't have
understood.
the capacity, the son will not get married.
No, just look at what I'm saying. I said, even if the father have the capacity, now the son is saying, I feel it's my responsibility, I should contribute. Do you know how the father would feel when the son says, I know it's your responsibility, but part of it, in the 10,000, I'm giving 3,000. I want to be part of it. It's my marriage. I know someone that approached his father. I know, not that he told his father that, sir, I know you are the one by culture to pay my bride price, but I want to contribute. He said, if I give you so amount, will you be okay with
His
it?
father is paying his own bride.
Yes, by culture.
That's why I'm
how their
surprised.
culture is. Yes, that's how their culture
Okay.
is. It's the responsibility of the father. Yes, but the son, you go around and do part of the wedding thing. Is the responsibility of the son and then the family. So he now told the father, and the father said, "There's no problem," and he brought money and gave the father. He said, "Yes, go and pay on my behalf." You understand? But it's the father that is paying. So if the father doesn't have the capacity to do that, then the son already, is your responsibility. You see, the reason why men use that against women is because the women don't even know who they are. They don't even know what they want and how they
They
want
don't
it.
even know their
They
place.
don't know their place. They don't know their value. Because if you know your value, there are some certain things that you don't need to kill yourself. Naturally, they will take place because that is how God designed them. But if you put yourself in a manner that Even the man, he's just seeing you as a liability, somebody to help. Because some they brag,
Yeah.
they post picture
marrying
thinking they are
you
in
is
love.
helping
No,
you.
they are in pity. The man is busy pitying you. You are thinking you are deeply in love.
They
No.
used to say it. They would tell you, "I'm helping you." Like getting married.
you
to
you,
is
you
like
understand?
helping
It's
you.
because
Favor.
the way you portray yourself, and that's the reason why you see that, because he's helping you, you think he's helping her. You think you think you are in love, while he's thinking that he's helping you, and by that you are doing everything. Why can't he relax and say, okay, let's cruise? Talk of nowadays that things everybody wants cheap things. Sorry, people love cheap things. People want things to be done. Like you sit down and relax, and you allow people to do things for you. And if you look at it, that's what is trending now, and that is why you see women, I'm sorry to say the most, are even desperate. Desperate in the sense that she's just feeling, we are classmates with Joyce. Joyce is married and she has 2 kids already, and me, I'm still here. What are we doing? And the guy is telling you, I don't have money. What do you want me to do? And she's saying, I have some
these
savings.
savings.
Can we do?
Okay.
And you expect him
You
to
know,
say
I would
no?
like us to address this issue. Earlier on, you're talking about the fact that, okay, as a
Let's
young
start
guy,
rushing our points.
yes, this
Eli-
guy,
Eli is on duty.
okay,
No, it's true.
like there's this young guy that wants to get married, but the lady he's really in love with is from this side that for just the first coming, you have to pay, let's say, 3 million. I'm just using an example, but this is the girl he's convinced and he wants to marry.
Is
But-
the girl fertile? Can she get pregnant? It's a question.
Of course.
You see, that's why most people get girls pregnant. That way, there are no damages. I'm telling you,
After
it
paying
happens.
3 million.
Men have crazy strategies. I'm telling you, men have crazy strategies.
Okay, how can the lady assist now in this kind of, okay, he really loves her, but he's constrained, like the bills coming from her people is really huge. Now, what, instead of paying the bride price, how can the lady assist in this situation?
What can she do, Joyce? These things are more like institutionalized. It's not even her immediate parents' responsibility to say that. It's not. It's there is one uncle in Nnewi, another one is in Calabar, one is in Port Harcourt, one is in there was this sister of mine that was getting married. I love to have been at the wedding, but I said the date was wrong. The ECWA president was doing something that all directors are going to be there. Please, before we go too far, can we move the date a week earlier? Or they told me that they have contacted everybody. I was talking to her father. They had contacted everyone already. How would they start going back? And people have, when they say the wedding is 27th, okay, you mark 27th, then you put another wedding on 20th or 21st, then you put another one on 31st, or you put another one. So you have all your weekends booked. So it's crazier than we think. If I were a lady, Joyce, I will be busy thinking of what I'm wearing, how I'm going to be looking, how I'm going to support him in feeding the people that are coming at that reception, in making the reception of the wedding what it should be. Why? Because both your people and mine are coming. But to pay, okay, have you ever been to the dealership to buy a car? And then the dealer says, because you want this car very well, you have been coming for a week. You have 6 million and the car is 12 million. I think I'll give you 6 million. Car dealer, I will tell you, I will give you 6 million. You bring the 6 million so that you can have this car. Since you really want this car, and I am you are my customer. I am your. Do you understand? That's the point.
Okay, but
What exactly are you paying for? If you are helping a guy pay your bride price, at that point, has sense left you? If no, what exactly are you giving him the money to do?
It's not really money. When I'm saying what's the place of the lady now when it comes to this bride price, she too loves the guy, he loves her, they are convinced they are for
There's
each other,
nothing
but
she can
but
do,
her
Joyce.
uncles are saying you have to pay 3 million and he doesn't
Joyce,
have.
there's nothing she can do. She can only talk to her parents. This is this guy's financial standards. These are his level. He is at this level. He was at this level. Next year, we are hoping that he'll be promoted to this. And he has a bright future at work. Right now, this guy cannot even afford 1 million for both the wedding, the bride price, and everything. He can't afford this. Mama, Papa, what can you do? And then that's the best thing she can do.
Because I really need sisters out there to understand the only, like, this is your place. This is the
And
only
and,
thing you
and
can
guess
do.
what, Joyce?
Mm.
While she's saying he can't afford that, she might have 5 million in her account. It's not his responsibility.
True.
It's not. It's like, see, women should understand that helping your man. So most of the time, as men, we don't even need money when we're talking about support. What we need is respect. Respect what we do. Don't fight us. Don't argue with us. That's the best support you can give us. Because you know what? Our time is fast spent. But let me make this point. Women love differently. Men love differently. Women love us with conditions. The condition is that you can provide, you can do this, you can help me, you can put me up, you can set me up, you
Security.
can do. Yes. But guess what? Men love like God. We love like God. If you can't do this, then it's fine. Go and suffer it.
But there are a lot of ladies too that love unconditionally.
Yes, they do. But no lady will love unconditionally a man that cannot feed her, a man that cannot shelter her, a man that cannot clothe her. These are the
The
conditions.
conditions we are talking, not
You see, if
But we have them that are married to guys that are almost, there are ladies out there that are married.
it
like,
happened when they are married, so they don't have choice living. Let it happen during
You just have to
relationship.
live
Then we
with
will
it.
see.
They will
Joyce,
agree.
you know what? I want you as a lady to think now. I want you to transcend into being a married woman and see your husband messing up in certain areas that you can't take. And think about your response. Then you come back to being a single lady and see your boyfriend behaving in the same manner and see how you are going to respond.
You
Do you
won't
know
want
you
to
have
marry
two
him.
different responses?
Of course.
Why? Because at this point, you are careful responding so you don't lose him.
Yes.
At that point, you don't care because
You don't have
anything that
another
happens,
choice.
we are staying here. It is utterly not accepted.
Well.
The way you respect a man from day one, the respect should increase, should even increase later. No matter what the man becomes. You see, when the Bible says the man is the head, it didn't say if he does this or does that. The only thing he says is love your wife. But you know what? The Bible, people will not tell you the truth. There is a condition for that love. People say whether it's for better, for what. The next thing they say, woman, you should submit. That is it. That is the reason why you will be loved. If you don't submit, you will struggle in that relationship. Whether it is a love relationship or it's an obligation for a man to love. It is also an obligation for a woman to submit.
Since you said I'm a debater on this show, that means too for the man, if you don't love the wife, you struggle to get the submission. Because we have that. These things are supposed to happen naturally. You play your part. You don't have to ask for certain things. When as a man, you know you are the head of the home, you play your responsibility, how it should be or the way it should go. You won't struggle to say, oh, you have to submit to me. You have to, the woman naturally.
We believe you, but we will agree when you get married.
Okay. You know, I've seen situations. Our time is actually fast spent. Okay.
She's at a loss for words.
You know, I've seen situations where fathers.
Joyce, have you ever broken any part of your body?
Broken.
I'm not talking about dislocation, like you have broken a bone before.
No.
You can't explain that pain. Let the person whose bone is broken explain it. He explains better. You can only imagine and explain it. See, opportunities of things making us who we are, presented to us, really define who we are. Not what we say we are. Not who we say we are. There
true.
are women in marriage that just something small as can be forgotten, they will escalate it for 5 years.
Yeah.
I sit with friends and they don't want to go home. I say, no, man, you parent or you dealt it. Go home.
Mm.
Go home is your house. And you have to be in charge.
Mm.
You have to be in charge. One told me, he said, Guy, Tony, the way I think of my wife, do you know, honestly, I have prayed for her to die several times. He told me.
Ah.
He didn't tell me once. He didn't tell me twice. He said he has prayed for his wife to die. I said, why? He said, this woman will make sure he's sleeping. She will carry something and hit him. I said, you? He said, yes. He said, me. Till now, we are talking. He said he has prayed that he knows that he's paying fees. He's taking care of his children. He's taking care of her. He has never, ever, since they got married, have an affair. He never had an affair with a lady outside. Why? Because of how he loves his wife.
I think
Not even because of how he fears God, though. He said because of how he loves his wife.
There
But
is-
look at what he's going through.
I think we
Sir,
should discuss
there
this
is
on
somebody.
another.
There is somebody that is staying with his wife now, knowing that the child she's having, the last child she's having, is not his own.
We need to talk about this on the next.
I'm the GM. I decide when to close it.
And that person, you only him can tell you that. You can't. Only him.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
No.
Men go through a lot. Why? Is it, are women going through a lot? Yes, men can be very funny towards their wives. That is not a deniable fact. But I'm telling you something. When a man knows that he is a man and things are happening to him that are challenging from a little girl, it breaks man more than any other thing, to an extent that a man would have preferred that he was a woman
Or dead.
or not alive completely.
Yeah.
Men go through a lot. Men just man up, and you see them whether at work and all that. They just keep, trying to make you understand that, hey, I'm this, I'm that. But once it's 5, it's closing time, and you have no choice but to go home. See, I have colleagues and friends that when we meet in different cities other than where their wife lives, or live, where their wives live, Joyce, you need to see how free these men are, how excited they are. Once we are coming back, or they are back in the town where their family are, they are not happy. For some women say, if not because of my children, men think that way more than you do.
Quite interesting. I'm almost lost hearing like this perspective.
It's true. It's true. You are the only unmarried person on this set. No, it's true. So there are certain things that when we say, pick up a pen and start writing. True. Because there is no way on earth you will have this understanding. Forget people going around doing, baby, let's go home and all that. No, they know. They know. She's aware. He is aware. All of them are aware. Whether they are a pastor, whether they are a welder, whether they are a accountant, whether they are a medical doctor, whether they are love therapists, whatever they are. Whatever they are. Haven't you seen the picture? Uncle Bokas with your unconscious. Have you seen that picture? Have you seen that picture? So it has happened to the owner. The thing has happened to the owner. Men are men, and they don't want anything to temper with that title.
Wow.
So if a woman understands that this crown on this man's head, if anything shifts it, is a problem for me, she'll stay away from the crown. That's her peace.
Don't pay the bride price.
Well, as a lady out there, I hope you've learned a lot, because like a lot has been dished out there. Just know that it's not your responsibility to pay your bride price. Stay in your place. Know that you're going out there with value. The scripture says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. So he should go after you as the favor that you are. Until we come your way tomorrow, same time, you stay blessed.